Hello! For those of you who don't know me, my name is Xanthia Panisi. I'm a cliff diver if you didn't know already. I just wanted to make an introduction to my YouTube.
European cliff diving, Xanthia Panisi.
I have been wanting to film a YouTube for a very long time, and I've been procrastinating. I even made one and then didn't post it, but here I am. I thought I would explain a little bit about myself and how I got into my cliff diving. So I started doing gymnastics when I was 4 years old. I did that for 9 years. I was really good when I was little, and then I moved to a recreational club, so I didn't really get far from that, and then my parents actually forced me into diving, so I didn't have a choice, but I ended up loving it. And I did club diving for a few years. It was great, but again I kind of just didn't get anywhere. And then I heard about show diving. I heard it through my coach, so he used to do show diving and he was a cliff diver as well, so I got into that and that was awesome. I loved it. So pretty much it's like an up-built tank with like a ladder, and we do shows around Australia, there's some around Europe. My first one was at the Royal Melbourne show, and then I did the Brisbane Eka, and I did Luna Park at Sydney, and then I decided to go to Europe and do a show there. So I did a show in France, it was at a theme park, and so all the shows I previously did I only stuck with the lower boards, like the 3-meter springboard. And when I moved to France, I decided I wanted to start learning how to cliff dive. So I worked my way up. They have a ladder and a perch, and you can just take it up step by step or meter by meter and work your way up to 20 meters. And that's where I did my first high dive. So that was in 2018, and yeah, I had heaps of help from my coach. He taught me the basics of high diving, and then I was introduced to Rhiannon Ifland and her partner Todor Spazov, and they pretty much taught me how to cliff dive. They taught me everything about how to land on your feet and the mental side, and they were a huge help with getting into the sport. I was just so lucky that I had the right people at the right time. Through those connections I got my way into Red Bull cliff diving. When I started in 2018, did my first competition in Bosnia. I was asked to come very last minute, and I was so nervous because I had only been high diving for 3 months. I learnt my first high dive in June in 2018, and I competed in August. So I had to learn 4 high dives to be able to compete, and I learnt them all within 3 months, and yeah, I got asked to go, so that was awesome. It was like, yeah, all meant to be, because I did not plan for that to happen so fast. I was like, maybe in a year I'll compete with Red Bull, like that was my goal, but it just happened so fast. I got asked to go to the finals in 2018, which was in Italy, and that was crazy as well. I was actually at my sister's wedding the night before I flew out to Europe to compete the next day, which I couldn't miss both of them because my sister is my best friend, and yeah, it was an awesome wedding. And then straight after, it was like 11 p.m. I drove to the airport and tried to sleep on the plane. I got to Italy and then competed straight away. It's crazy. But that was the end of the season for 2018. In 2019 I went to the first stop in the Philippines, and that was by far my favourite competition. My mum is from the Philippines, so it was a very special competition to me. I felt like I was competing for both Australia and the Philippines, and yeah, that was my favourite, and I definitely want to go back. That was the first time I competed off natural cliffs, and it was terrifying. They were like limestone rocks, and it was, yeah, so high. It was so beautiful, and probably my favourite place in the world was El Nido, Palawan in the Philippines. That was amazing. And then I did a few more competitions that year. We had World Cup in China. We had another competition in Italy. I went to Greece, I went to Lebanon, I went to Korea for World Championships, and I went to Spain as well, and that was, yeah, the best year. I missed out by a few points by making a permanent position as a Red Bull cliff diver, so that's my goal next year. I have big goals for next year. But yeah, I'm still a wild card and still going to be competing for as long as I can. I'm so in love with cliff diving. It's like a surreal experience. They're trying to push high diving in the Olympics, and hopefully 2024 will see me there. We just need more people in the sport, so I'm always happy to help someone out and still help teach people and, like, you know, get them into this sport, because the more the merrier. The more the better, the more the merrier.